In the heart of Fukuoka, where my mother's family once ran an inn for carriers along a river, they now rented out half of their main house. One day, a single mother and her quiet son, around my mother's age, moved in. Soon after, my uncle, who was also living in the main house, collapsed with a nosebleed so severe that it filled the sink. Medical tests revealed a shadow in his stomach, suspected to be cancer. Within weeks, my mother too, fell ill, plagued by intense vomiting and high fever. The doctors couldn't pinpoint a cause. Suspicious, my grandmother took my mother to a respected spiritual healer. As soon as he saw her, he declared, "This is a curse." According to him, someone had cursed my grandmother, but as curses are drawn to those the victims cherish the most, it had struck her children. "Do you want the curse to be returned?" he asked. My grandmother agreed without hesitation. "Remember," he said, "if you curse someone, dig 2 graves." The curse might not be intentional, but strong feelings of jealousy and resentment can become one. Returning the curse will bring a greater calamity on the most cherished one of the cursor. As he began his chant, my mother felt her fatigue and nausea evaporate. By the time they returned home, she was back to her normal self. The following day, my uncle's cancerous shadow had vanished, and he was discharged from the hospital. My mother and uncle quickly recovered, returning to school. You might have guessed who cursed my grandmother. A few weeks later, the single mother and her son moved out abruptly. It was said that the son was hospitalized due to a massive stomach cancer. The mother had been jealous of my grandmother for some insignificant reason and unintentionally cursed her, fulfilling the old saying, "When you curse someone, dig 2 graves."